good evening. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know if you've just stumbled on this channel. If you're a regular, thanks for tuning in again. Welcome back to Creepy Joints. Tonight I'm on my own, going for a little stroll. It's somewhere where I live, but I've never been. This place is steeped in mystery. So stick with me, come along. I'm on my own. It's just about to get nightfall here. Stay to the end, so I'm not on my own. But stay, because at the end of this road, or path, is something very, very mysterious that can't be explained. And I know they're here, and they've always been here. Come along, we'll look at it together. I needed to come here around sunset because recently, and for a long time, I've heard about a story of a ghost, a boy in the woods. And this apparition, this ghost, gets even weirder. This young boy is supposed to have died many, many years ago in a pit accident. Miners worked with children in the pits. Now, can you imagine being 7 or 8 years old and going down underground in dark, in danger, crawling into tight spaces on your own to assist the miners? These lads and lasses, I don't know if they were lasses, but I'm tipping they were trappers. And what they used to do is crawl into these tight spaces and lift the lid on a trap to let the air in the mine so the miners could breathe. Tragically, story goes, a lot of these young people, they lost their lives. And it don't bear thinking about, does it? Dying in a mine, dying underground in dark, crying for your mum and dad. People said that they've heard a whistling or a gust of breeze in air, and then a sudden chill. I'm here tonight. I don't expect to see a ghost. I want to see how strange it is. I don't expect to see something and catch it on camera, but you never know if we'll hear something tonight. And there's something strange up here that's equally as strange as a young trapper ghost, a young child that can't rest, that haunts the woods. Some say he's a young boy draped in cloth with big eyes. You don't want to look into them eyes. Some said they're piercing blue, someone said. And they cried out to him, "Hey up, do you want some help?" And he'd gone, never to be seen again. Deadly silent, innit? And the sun setting across these fields. And what must it have been like for a young lad, 7 or 8 year old? He could be just starting his shift, couldn't he? Going down and crawling down into mines where he couldn't see. And it were all black, darkness. Oxygen were tight. And he got a job to do. And he got to try and stay alive. And back over that hill, it looks like rain coming down into the village at Barnborough and Arlington. It's a straight path back. When I come back, it'll be pitch black and there's nobody around. These two rocks, are they here to stop cars coming up? Or is it a last warning? You've come too far, turn round. My mum said to me, don't go up here at night, don't go up to Crags. People go up there to end their life. It's so tragic. Something equally as weird up here, and something that's been intriguing me for months and years, but I've never been up to see. There's something here that's been here years, decades, maybe hundreds of years, and they're still up here, believe me. I still can't get over imagining my kids at that age having to go underground and work in these conditions. And who knows, we could be standing on top of a pit now. All the pits run for miles, and this could be where the accident happened that killed that child. Nobody knows. Nobody knows for sure. I wonder how long he was there, frightened. Poor soul, on his own, trapped and running out of air, desperate to get out. It don't bear thinking about, does it? A glimpse of the light through the trees. Oh yeah, so quiet up here. Nobody hear you scream up here. It's deadly silent. I don't know which way to go. Is it down here? It's only a narrow path, that, ain't it? I'll go on the high ground. And there you have it. This is not what I've come to see. But just look at that. Doesn't it just show you years and years go by and how things change, how the landscape can change, and some things stay in the past. I've got a light in case I need a light. As it gets dark further up, it looks ominous to me. It might just be my mind playing tricks. Just heard something. Heard something in the... Could be an animal. What's this? This could be it. Aye aye. Something's had something here. Probably a rabbit. Okay. This is getting darker now. There's something like a bell. Bell going. A tiny little bell. Like you'd have on an animal. Strange. So quiet though. Little bell ringing. Here we are. This is what I've come to see as well. These are Barbara Crags, and they've been here a long time. Now I'll have to get my light on. Bear with me. I don't know if you can see me a bit better. Look. Something's gone on it. These crags. Steeped in history, these crags. Oh, there's one. There's one. Look at its face. Jesus. There's faces in crags, guys. I'd heard about this. No one knows why they're here or how long they've been here. That's the first face I've seen. That is weird. Getting caught up in tree here and all. This is not an ideal situation. Oh, look at moon there. Jesus. It's a bit freaking now. It's a bit strange up here when it's this quiet, looking for faces in stones. And the odd chance, a slim chance of seeing something or hearing something from a boy who's passed the veil to the other side. Where's the next face going to be? Can't see any. I've got to get right close up. I don't want to miss them. They would have been easier to see in day. But to me that's half the battle. If you can see them at night, really get the atmosphere. Oh, here we are. Is that one? Oh Christ. Oh, is that a face? What the heck? These have been here years. The problem is the ivy's grown. The ivy's grown over a lot of them. Aye aye. Oh, the ivy's grown. This is a clearing here where there might be more faces. There's one. If you can see it. Oh, crikey. You can't make it up, can you? When you're on your own, everything sounds weird. Just a bird. Or an owl. Some people have seen what looks to be weird writing as well, or they can't explain. Maybe it's old writing. And some people have seen what looks like flying saucers sketched in or etched in. What's all that about, eh? It's like an hole in there, like you could go in and bring Ethan, put him in that hole. There's an hole for sure. I'm not going in an hole tonight. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of this has grown over. And my big lights died. It would do. Aye, aye. This is creepy. Oh. Hello? Just seen somebody down there. Oh. A moth. I don't want to see a moth. I have to keep candid with light. Because if I ever do with a moth, nobody will find me. JT went to Crags and he didn't come back, they'll be saying. Then I'll be next legend. Wow, it's vast. Very vast. Perhaps the faces only come out at light in day and they go to sleep. Oh, your boy's there. Okay. So I'll carry on walking down. It's getting really dark. Really dark now. I can hardly see it. I'm hand in front of my face. Speaking of faces. Oh shit. There's one. I'm sure. It's weird because in light you see them and then they disappear. Yeah. You see them and they're gone. Oh Jesus Christ. I must be mad. You know when you don't hear something and then you hear a massive scream like that? Oh God, it's only a bird. What's it saying? What has the bird seen? It's, I don't know if it comes across on film, if you can see me. But I can only just see it hand in front of my face, so I'm going to have to turn back in a bit. But it feels a lot more claustrophobic up here. It don't feel... That's an owl, I think. It don't feel as easy to walk in, if you know what I mean, without sounding too silly. It is definitely a little bit strange. My mouth's gone dry as well. It feels like air's quite thin up here. You can get lost, moth. I'm not falling for that. stick to the end of this because I'll put a few screen grabs on what they actually look like in daytime, because as you can see, the night is now upon us in Barnborough Crags, where a boy's been seen roaming in woods barefoot. A ghost or a trapper, an old miner, a child that shouldn't have been underground. He shouldn't have been left to die. He shouldn't have been left here. I won't harm him, but I don't know what I'll do if I see him. I don't know what I'd do at all, to be honest. I've got no special equipment, no ghost taping devices, electromagnetic stuff, none of that. I'm just here for experience, so thanks for coming along, because this is somewhere I've never been, into these woods. When we get in here, I'll just have a minute to take it all in, because it's a weird feeling up here. Not just because I'm on my own, it just feels a bit claustrophobic, different. Yeah, different in dark. The crags have disappeared, but the wood carries on. Drop us a like in comments, make us a comment, tell me where I've gone wrong, because I've not seen many at faces. Perhaps I've only just got to the beginning and they're a mile down this path, down this wood. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not going all the way into here on my own. I've come halfway. I hope. It's time to go back this way. Might get to hear something or sense something. Something creepy. Yeah. If you've not subscribed already, give us a subscribe. It means the world to us, because then we can get to share our vlogs with more people. That's a weird looking thing, isn't it? Big mechanical monstrosity twirling in night breeze like a robot. That's enough to send any ghost mad, innit? What you doing to my land? What you doing to our landscape, eh? Things were alright as they were. Stop it. Oh. Just heard something up there banging. Could be anybody. Could be people in fields, couldn't it? Poaching. That's a big drop down there. I don't feel like I'm being watched, and I don't feel petrified, but it just feels like it just feels like there's not as much air up here for some reason. I can't breathe as well. It can't be that high up, can it? Why can't I breathe as well as normal? Hey, it's because I'm unfit? Possibly. It is a bit humid. We've had rain and a storm earlier, and if it started now with thunder, I think I'd be in bother with the view that I've got. That corner over there. No. Yeah, up here, when I first came down, I don't know if it picked it up on camera, but there were like a little jingle, like a little bell, maybe a cat with a bell on, or it's a long way to come for a cat, isn't it? That'd be a bit strange, a cat up here. Speaking of cats, the church at Barnborough has got a legendary tale, has got a tale. It's got something to say. The story is that a knight were fighting a big cat, a beast. They say cat. That's how they describe it. Could have been anything. And he fought this beast at end, and he ended up in the doorway of the church, trying running for shelter. But he ended up meeting his end in the doorway at church, trying to crush the beast. And legend has it, story goes, he lost his life whilst he killed the beast. The beast lost its life, and they died together, side by side. That's at Barnborough Church, just down this road. So considering I've lived here years, I've never been up here, ever, never, to see these faces. Where do they come from? Are they man-made from years and years ago? Has somebody redone them recently to add to the mystery? It is a strange story of these faces. Why they've appeared up. Oh, you can piss off. Get out. Look what I'm doing with moths. Oh, I'm going to have to get that treatment. I'll have to have another dose of hypnotherapy or something, because I cannot be petrified anymore. But I am. Have you got any phobias? Irrational like mine. Moths. What's a moth going to do? Yeah. But that's why it's irrational, isn't it? It's not what it's going to do. It's how it makes me feel. Right now, I've got to admit, I'm glad I'm heading back out of them woods, because I felt something not watching me. No, I wouldn't say supernatural or scary, but like a tightening, a really claustrophobic feeling. I don't know if it's where air sits up here or what, like, but aye, Mr. Owl, I can hear you, lad. And I've seen people come up here with kit, specialist ghost hunting kit and readers and different things that they reckon they can sense, you know, a different atmosphere perhaps, or if it was cold, or electromagnetic pulses, things like that. But I've not seen anything that played back to convince me, and that's not saying I'm a skeptic. I'm on the fence. Not this one, bad boy. But I've got a very open mind with stuff like this, and we can't possibly know everything. We can't possibly know everything. The more fantastic it sounds, it gets pushed back, doesn't it, as nonsense. And the more you see people trying to prove it, the more bizarre it seems, doesn't it? And loses credibility if they go too far. If you've not seen my other video of the lady on the tracks at Dore and Totley Station, it's similar to this. I definitely felt a chill that night on Totley Station, and then the lights went off right on cue. As soon as I said it were getting dark, one light dropped, and then I said it's really creepy, or it's really dark now, and then everything dropped, everything went off, the lights, boom, everything went down. And yeah, that were creepy. Tell you what, I don't think I'll ever get used to them birds on the night. How old is it? If I don't get shot from farmer. Could you imagine braving the stone faces, braving the boy that roams the woods, only to come out into the woods to be shot for trespassing because he thinks my torch is a lamp and I'm after rabbits? No, I love animals too much to do that. But in this area there's a lot of people that do it, and it's tradition to them. I'm going to keep this camera running. It's like Ethan said in the last video, at least there's proof if what happens to me. That's where I heard something earlier. Down there it sounded like somebody were bobbing down. And if you've not seen my friend's channel, By the Curb, James and Ellen, they've just done a vlog where they've gone into an haunted inn and they've actually spent night there. I don't know if I'd dare. Yeah, I'm a bit far off that, to be honest. But yeah, check that out. Check out his channel as well, By the Curb. Really good channel, probably one of my favourites at the minute on YouTube. Even if he's a friend, he's still absolutely doing a great job. He's got a great sense of humour as well. Straight talking Yorkshireman. There's nothing wrong with him, is there? Could it be down here where he was seen? Could it be actually this part? Is this it? This has gone cold now up here, I'm not even kidding. It's dropped right cold. Really has. I don't know if it's because I'm at top of the field, but that is icy cold compared to back there. I can actually feel a breeze. What if he's took trap off? What if he's laying air out? What if it's him? The boy that lost his life down the pit. I hope it's not. I can't remember which way I came. Shuffling now. Are we alright here? I think it was this road. Because that's that path I didn't want to take into it. That is too steep for me. Way too steep. If I fell down that bit, they'd never find me. As I remember him, JT from Creepy Joints. Whatever happened to him? He stopped vlogging and that, and nobody knows where he went. They've checked Benidorm and everywhere, and he's not there. I could be down at undergrowth here, couldn't I? No, not tonight. Ooh, the trapping ghost. He spared me with his eyes. Well, I don't know what I'd do if I saw a ghost in real life, I'll be honest with you. I thought I saw one when I was young. I'll tell you this, right? And I don't hardly repeat this story in case people think I'm daft. But in 80s, we were staying in Bournemouth in an hotel called Marsham Court Hotel. Mum and Dad used to like to go down south on holiday, where weather were better. And we were spoiled because it were a lovely hotel, 4-5 star. And I stayed there with Mum and Dad and my brother Andy. And we used to mess about like kids do in hotel, running up and down stairs, you know. That's silent, isn't it? You remember them days, if you're my age, where your mum and dad would leave you in hotel to run wild, or they were at bar. You'd get a bottle of pop and a packet of crisps every hour or two, and you'd berate. Well, that night we were throwing as action men off a staircase and watching them drop and splatter. And every time they dropped, we said, "Come on, let's go one more flight up. Let's go one more flight upstairs, Andy, and chuck them from top." So we did. We kept going up and up until we got to top of the stairs. And we looked at top of the stairs and there were a girl stood there, all in a white gown. And I said, "Are you alright?" And she just nodded her head. And I don't know what it were. But me and my brother, we ran downstairs as quick as out. And I remember saying to him, because he was 7 years older than me, I remember saying to him, "What was that, Andy?" He said, "Oh, it's just a girl. I've not seen her. It's just a girl. I've not seen her in a hotel." And that was that. Years and years later, when I were old enough, he said, "Jonathan, do you remember going to Marsham Court Hotel?" I said, "Yeah, of course I do. It was great." He says, "What about that little girl?" And it come back to me. He says, "I asked in the hotel where she was from." He says, "There's no little girl in there in that room. That room's not used. There's no room at top of the stairs." And he says he asked for a girl and he couldn't find her. And there weren't a girl of that description. And he says to me, "Jonathan," he says, "I didn't tell you when you were a kid. I waited till you've grown up a bit. But I think we saw something. I think it were a ghost." So, yeah, that's that tale. But you never know, do you? There were definitely a girl there. And she was definitely in like an old-fashioned nightie. And this was 80s. And she looked a bit out of place. But she weren't like transparent or scary. She nodded her head. So, he used to laugh about it as well, saying, "That little girl at top of the stairs." I said, "Shut up, Andrew." "Oh," I says, "Yeah. We saw something that night, didn't we?" And I don't know if we did, you know. I don't know if we did. I hope this is right way. I really do hope this is right way, because my legs are not brilliant today. I'll tell you what, any moth's bigger than that and I'm sprinting home, no matter how legs feel, I can worry about that tomorrow. Oh, that's a nice shot at moon, isn't it, going behind the tree there. That's that wood, look at it, and if you can see it. But yeah, this is right way, look, these two stones. It's like a giant bollocks, isn't it? See if I can't find a way from here. Ooh. Oh dear. I think we're on the right path here, aren't we? Because we looked over at that field, didn't we? It's really strange, isn't it, when you come back somewhere in dark and it looks completely different. I'm not back at the car yet, so there's still time to see somewhere. I think it's strange as well, there's them faces in rocks, but people also mention there's like ships, like spacecraft etched in. I'll see if I can find some pictures. That really does interest me. I do like a tale of a UFO tale or something that can't be explained. Like, why would there be ships drawn in from years ago in sky, you know? Unless kids have done it these days and made it look old. Of course, an open mind, all's possible. I tell you what, I absolutely love, not really ghosts or UFOs, and they might be linked. Bigfoot. I love a story of Sasquatch. Hey, imagine him coming after you, full of hair. Hey, you know, I've done it again. Christ almighty. Talking about Sasquatch here. Is a mine bird going to bed? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I'm not coming on my own again on one of these. Bird nearly killed me. Yeah, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Are we saying, and are we confident, that we know every species on this planet? Every single one, bears. What if there's something in between that we haven't seen? And what if it's in a different, I don't know, we can see, what, 3 dimensions? What if it's, or 4? What if it's the 5th, 6th dimension and we just haven't unlocked it yet? And some people lose the bearings and see it for a split second. That's what I like to think. Oh, piss off, owl. Jesus. Sorry about that one. I'll not put that bit in. I'll be on an outtake. You know. Ooh, it's uneven here now today. I don't know if you can see out on this. It might just be a black screen. Oh, I hope I don't get home and I can't see out. Some sort of fox or something in there. I can see a street light now. We've nearly done it. We've been brave. Cheers for coming along. You know, we moan about it, don't we, sometimes, work and long hours and, you know, hustle and bustle at city and working long hours in an office, looking at screens and stuff, you know, using your brain and trying to work stuff out and getting a bit stressed. Come on. You're not down in an hole underground, are you? Scraping coal away under your nails, trying to find a gap to put a trap in to lift air up, to try and keep your uncles and your brothers alive and your dads, because you're only 8 years old and that's your job. You're a trapper and you were trapped. You didn't deserve to die.